We're continuing, Rabbi Kaplan?
So, all of a sudden here, we're supposed to care what the goyim say, and we're supposed to expect from them to be nice people, and they're not being nice people. And we're supposed to protest against it and do a whole thing. So I'm saying, is it gonna help Yiddishkeit, or is it not gonna help Yiddishkeit? The answer is it makes no difference to Yiddishkeit in this generation, 70 years after the Holocaust. The only thing is, it helps advance the cause that's called Zionism. That what Zionism was built is as if on the destruction of European Judaism, as if to say, look how they went like sheep to the slaughter. We're gonna take our lot into our own hands. Nikach et goraleinu biyadenu. And we're not gonna go like sheep to the slaughter. We'll build up a state, a love army, and we'll be able to protect ourselves. The Holocaust taught us this lesson. Are we protecting ourselves? Can we protect ourselves? We're afraid of the goyim. Everything the goy says, we're afraid of. We give in to them. America says this and that, and don't build up settlements, and don't do this, don't do that. And anytime that they check the Arabs that come in, so they say, no, I can't discriminate against Arabs. And then we're afraid. We're the whole Medinas Yisrael is meshubet to the goyim, is afraid of the goyim, listens to what the American goy says. There can be a Schwarzer president that he's anti-Semite, and they listen to everything he says, and we're afraid of him. We don't have any independence. We can't always protect ourselves, although to a certain degree we do protect ourselves, and the embassies. And again, the superficial people that don't know how to make a difference, make chilukim, are going to say, you see, the army does protect us. We have our karasatov to the army. We're thankful to the army, and the army did protect us many times. And now that we have a state, we need an army. But does that mean that we're independent? No, we're not independent. Does that mean it had to be like this in the beginning? Also not. But once it is like this, once we have a state, we need armor, we need to be protected. But if you're so sure of yourself, and you know that you have the right to exist, and you know that your state is legitimate, what do you care what the Goyim said? What do you care what the Polish said? And another thing is, you built yourself on the Holocaust, and because there was a Holocaust, that's why you made a Medina. This is what they wanted to have a Medina way before the Holocaust started. So the Zionist movement started, and the whole purpose, or the main purpose of the Zionist movement was to uproot Yiddishkeit and to start a new nation and to make Klal Yisrael something new. And it's based on this terrible, wicked statement, wicked approach, that everything that's new is good and everything that's old is not good. As if to say Yiddishkeit is old, so we have to renew it and build up a new Jew, make a new Jew without the mitzvahs, that he should come to a chasna with a blue shirt sticking out, and short sleeves, and come We don't have any covered abrias. We don't have any covered Odom. And that's what Zionism is all about. And with that, on that, they based a new Medina. And this approach, this hashkafa was way back before the Holocaust, way before. The Holocaust was just an excuse that was used by them to say, oh, we need a state. And it's known what they sent letter when Rav Weissmandel said that we should send money to save Jews. So they said, soon the war's going to come to an end, and we're going to have to. Then when we come and demand the right to have our own state, so they're going to say, what did you contribute? So we're going to say, here we contributed blood. We gave the blood of 6 million Jews. We have a right to have a state. And that's what they said. So now comes out that that this would have a right to have a state is built on the fact that you let millions of Jews die. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? For them, it was worth it because that was the old Jews, and we're starting to build a new Jew. If they would ask me, I would say, keep quiet. Don't talk about it. Let the Polish say what they want. Let them do what they want. And first of all, it's much smarter to keep quiet. You keep quiet, so then it'll be forgotten after a while. They won't remember that there was. So the law will stay buried someplace deep down in the books over there and finished. Well, what do you care? But there's always people that are not so smart that they have to talk. And by our from a Yidden also there are such. And you always have to talk. You always have to say something. You have to yell and scream. The real Gedolim, the real smart people, they know, well, be quiet. Let's not make an issue out of it. It was always like that by Gedolei Yisrael. Let's work quietly. Al Tahiru Val Tahiru. I think that what's going on over here, fighting and yelling and screaming against the Polish government, is also called a Hisgarus Be'umus. The Gemara says in the end of Ksuvos that when the Yidden went in Golus, Hashem made them swear 3 oaths, and one of them was that we shouldn't be Misgara Bumas. I say Misgara to antagonize maybe the Goyim.
Yes, antagonize.
And now, I don't know, there's a big discussion, is this a halacha or is this a hagodah? I'm more noted to say it's a hagodah. It means, what does hagodah mean? It's not a halacha that he's not allowed to be misgara bumas. It's the way Chazal understood how the golus should be. What is the best way that the eitzah that the Torah gives how to live in the golus? We're still in Golus now. So the Torah says, what's the best way to live? Quiet. Keep a low profile. Don't start with the Goyim. Don't antagonize the Goyim. And I read in the papers last week that they're saying there's already signs of anti-Semitism in Poland now because of this. Because of this, that they're talking against this law that the Polish want to make. So anti-Semitism is uprising. And who knows, is it worth that one Yid should get hurt because of this? Because of what you're fighting against them? No, it's not worth it. I'm saying this is called Hisgarus Be'umus. To antagonize the Goyim, to fight against the Goyim, to talk up against the Goyim. The Golus means, part of the ownership of Golus is that we have to bend our heads against the Goyim and keep quiet when they start up with us. That's the Golus, and Hashem understood how long the Golus has to be. And for this amount of time since the Churban, we're going to have to bend our heads towards the Goyim, and that's what the Gzeira of Golus was. And if you don't want to accept the Golus, so then it awakens all the Averos that were done until now, and the punishment could be very bad. I don't think this is the Yiddish way. Even though Rabbi Lau is yelling and screaming against what the Polish are making a law, and even though he was once a chief rabbi, I say not like Rabbi Lau. I say that Rabbi Lau is wrong. He's making a mistake. Yeah. That's not Das Torah. It's not the Jewish way. We don't build on the Holocaust. You know, did you ever see the Klosberger Rebbe? He went through the Holocaust. He lost a wife and 11 children. You'll see every week we get his sichos, his droshes on the parsha. Did you ever see he should talk about the Holocaust in any of them? For years I've been looking at his droshes that they give out in shul by us. Did you ever see it? Once in a while, in passing, he mentions it. Did you ever see he should dwell on this subject? No. He's always talking about what we should do to build up Yiddishkeit, how we should make places that should learn more Torah, to learn more Dafim Gemara. That's what he's always looking to build. Where do you see that he should talk? He doesn't talk about even his own family. He doesn't talk about. And you look at the letters that he wrote. There's a whole volume of his letters that he wrote right after the liberation in the concentration camps. Still, what's he writing? Does he talk about? Is he complaining about what we went through? He's always talking about what we need to build Yiddishkeit right now, right as soon as it finished. We need money to build Yiddishkeit, to have kosher kitchens. That's all he's writing about in his letters. Does he talk about what he lost? Does he talk about what others lost? No! He talks about what we should do to build the future. And I just was reading a book about Rav Steinman, about all kinds of things that somebody that sat and he wrote down the answers that he answered and things that he said. So he says in the last few years, he used to say every day, he used to say, I thank Hashem that he saved me from the whole city Brisk where I come from. I'm the only one that survived because he went to Switzerland before the war. He's always talking about, when he's mentioning the Holocaust, what is he mentioning it for? To thank Hashem, he's using it as a reason that he owes Hashem thanks. That's when he talks about the Holocaust. He's thanking, and when he says to him, and he said it clearly over and over again. His grandson writes that he used to say, and what did I do back for Hashem? What did I do for him? And he used to cry. Tears would come out of his eyes. What did I do for Hashem after he saved me from my whole family? I'm the only one left. And not only he saved me, he gave me a wife. He gave me children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. And they all come and they help me. And he gave me a house to live in. That's what he used to say all the time. He used to thank Hashem he has a house. And I heard a hesped from Rav Osher Weiss. He said, I saw many beautiful houses in my life, but such a beautiful house like Rav Steinman's house I never saw. What kind of beautiful house was it? A rundown. The walls were peeling up. Small house. Broken down chairs and cabinets. And Rav Osher Weiss said, I never saw such a beautiful house. And Rav Steinman thanked Hashem and he used to say, what am I missing? I'm not missing anything. There were times that he only had the chatzilim to eat. I say chatzilim, eggplants. That's all he had to eat. He was so poor. Said, did it bother me so much? It didn't bother him so much. And his wife, she must have been a tremendous tzaddik, but she also never complained about anything. So, that's where you see Gedolei Yisrael, they didn't dwell on this subject. Let's go on. Let's build Klal Yisrael further. The only time that Rav Steinman talked about...
Rabbi Kaplan, we're taking a break now. Thank you.